What's up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. Look, I want to talk about something that we all go through or have been through, or we know somebody. Trust me, this is everybody, and that's unwise spending habits. And we make the mistake of doing a few things. We first of all, we live beyond our means, and if you don't know what living beyond your means is, you might hear that term all the time. That means that you're trying to live a lifestyle that is not affordable based on your income. So you may be making $1,500 a month, but your expenses are $2,500 a month. That's an example. That's living beyond your means. So now you're in a tight situation every month when it comes to paying your bills and things of that nature. Then you have other people who just have bad spending habits. And what that means is that we are not wise in the way that we choose to spend our bread. In other words, if you know you have $100 and that $100 has to last you till Friday, and today is Monday, and you decide to go to a restaurant and spend 50 bucks out of that 100 at this restaurant, now you only got 50. Now you're going to be scraping and struggling the rest of the week. And then if you turn around and go somewhere tomorrow night and spend 30 of that, then that's not a wise way of utilizing your money or budgeting your money. It doesn't really matter per se how much money you bring in. You know, you have different levels to this. You have people who are bringing in large amounts of money that do it, and you have people who are just, barely making it or somewhere in the middle. It's not a matter of how much income you do or don't bring in. It's a matter of just that bad habit. So we have to kind of just lay out a budget and lay out ways the same way that and don't follow America's example, but the same way nations have a budget. They have a system set up, an economy set up. You have to have a system set up within your home, within yourself, to how you handle your money. You just have to do that. And once you establish a system that works, that makes sense, then the next step is that you have to be disciplined. Sometimes we feel like, well, I made the rules so I can break them. And while that might be true, you still have to be disciplined regardless if you're the one who made the rules, because guess what? You're the one who's going to suffer the consequences when you break those rules. So I was thinking about the brother who won the $30,000, and when he won the $30,000, the first thing he did was go out and buy a chain that costed $20,000. So he spent 2/3 of that money on on an item that will depreciate the second that he purchases it. And I don't know his financial situation. I don't know if, hey man, the man might be, I don't know. I don't think he was doing that well to where he could just break off a chunk like that. But regardless of the situation, and I'm not going to get into the details of the story, what happened with him, but I'm dealing with the principle of the fact that $30,000, while in the grand scheme is not a lot of money, it's still a significant amount of money, and it's an amount that, if utilized properly, you can make it work for you. You can make it work, and you can really do some things to increase that $30,000. Buying a chain is not going to accomplish that. And we do it a lot of times. We do it with cars. We do it with rims. We do it with, like I say, restaurants. We do it with tennis shoes. And I want to be clear that it's nothing wrong with you having those things. Anything that you were trying to seeking out to get, and like, man, you know, I want to have this, I want to have. It's absolutely zero wrong with you having the desire to have those things, but it has to be under the right financial context. See, if you got your light bill in one hand and your light bill is $150 and you got $180 in the other hand, it's not wise to go out and spend 170 of those 180 on some tennis shoes. Pay your light bill. Okay? So these are the kind of things that we have to do. And I gotta say this: these mindsets are not rooted in just us being dumb people. That's not the case at all. We're not stupid people. It's rooted in an ignorance that has been planted in us. See, we have just never had anything. We've always been at the bottom of the totem pole, the bottom of the economic ladder. So with that being said, there are thoughts and ways that we have that we compensate, that we makes us compensate for the things that we never had. And the world is set up to where it makes us look at things as being the examples of success. It makes us look at things as being the example of identity. I'm somebody, because look what I got on. My shirt costs $400. My shoes cost $250. This watch costs $15,000. It's an identity thing, but it's rooted in an ignorance that was placed in us because we were never taught that science. And once we kind of grasp that science and understand that, look, man, if enough of us take small amounts of money and pool our resources and put them together, as the Honorable Elijah Muhammad teaches, beautifully teaches, it doesn't take a lot. And we can use that money because the money is really worthless. The money has no value to it other than the few threads of value that still exist in it that are set up by this system. But you can also, while you still can, we can still flip that money and make it work for us by buying things that are valuable, buying things like land, etc. You know, you might want to open up a business or something of that nature, you know. But we have to just educate ourselves. We can't use this world's education. There are aspects of it that we can incorporate, but we got to educate ourselves and find other like-minded individuals that we can work with that have different knowledge in different areas that we can pool our resources and flip this thing and make it work. We got to get out of the nigger rich mentality. Like, you know, you come into $5,000 tomorrow and first thing you do is go to the Galleria and knock out $4,500 at the mall. We got to grow out of that, man. We got to grow out of that. We're seeing entrepreneurs be born and come to being at 9, 10, 11 years old. Wise young people who are coming up with ideas. Here we are, grown men and women, still running through money like wet toilet paper. So let's focus on that. Let's try to focus on being wise with our money. Any amounts that you get, make sure that you pull some of that out and utilize it to stack it and save it for a greater purpose, not just run through it. I don't care if you make $50. Take 10 of that, put it up. Make $100. Take 20 of that, put it up. Start practicing that kind of discipline, and at the same time try to figure out in mind some things that you want to do and work with people who may have that same mindset. All right, man, it's your big brother K-Rino. I hope this helps somebody out. All right, peace.